Hello, seekers, Wildly of Wildly Tarot and Wild Moon Medicine Collective for Women here, bringing you the final Moonday message for the year of 2021. And as we dive into this message, I also just want to let you know that my prices are going up in 2022. And so for the remainder of this week, I am offering some session packages, 3 sessions for only $333, as well as some other options. So if you are considering working with me, or would like to start the new year off with some clarity and support moving forward, I highly recommend you jump into my bio, click the link for session packages, and get yourself signed up so that we can share space together in the most affordable way possible. Now, as we step into the Moonday message this week, I really want to bring in this energy of space and spaciousness, right? We, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, are in winter. As I look out my window, there is this heavy blanket of snow. And there is this sensation of a piece of life that we have perhaps forgotten or let go of in the cyclical rhythm of the year. And oftentimes we are encouraged at the new year to get productive, get focused. What are we adding to the to-do list? What habits are we trying to form? And I'd like to invite you in to a little bit more spaciousness this year as we step into 2022, the year of the water tiger, and allow yourself to consider what would it be like if instead of creating a bunch of to-dos, I invest some energy and effort into deciding what I'm letting go of. What am I releasing? We also have the next dark moon on January 2nd. So this is a perfect time to focus our energy on simplicity and release rather than trying to focus on structure and productivity. And in leaning in to this lunar way of living, we then create the vacuum in our lives in which new energy can enter into our space. Nature abhors a vacuum, so anytime we release and create the space, you can guarantee that new energy and new flow will come into it. So there's no need to stress out. There's no need to focus on what you need to do. We can lean into the being of this experience of stepping into this new linear calendar year. And the cards that came forward are really supporting us in this adventure this week. So first we have the Five of Cups. And this is a card of changing direction. It's a card influenced by the emotional body. It's a card where miscommunications or misalignments have been occurring, and it's time to clear the space, clear the field, and make space. You can see these two beings, they're looking in opposite directions. They're fed up with the dissonance, the disagreement, and they're willing to start on a new path in a new direction, knowing that it will serve everyone when we stay in our sovereignty and our full alignment. So this week, just recognize there are going to be many opportunities in which you can lean into yourself and decide, is this a yes for me or is this a no? Whether it's things that we have committed to in 2021, relationships, work projects, whatever, everything is up for assessment this week at this time as we head into the next dark moon. And just because it was a yes previously doesn't mean that it still is. And that's okay. It's not a problem. We have the opportunity in this life to always be adjusting our yeses and our nos. That's what makes good boundaries and good living. So really lean in this week and decide, what are my hell yeses and what are my definitely nos, and start making that space internally and externally so that the new flood of energy can move effortlessly through the simplicity of the structure that you're creating. And it's supported here by the sage, by recognizing that this is deep wisdom. We live in a culture that is all about hype and adding on and more and bigger and better and louder. And that's not necessarily nature's way. Nature's way is about balance, it's about homeostasis, and therefore we must have the compost before we can have the growth. It's just a requirement. And no matter what anyone has taught you in school, no matter what any professional has told you about expansion and success, if we look at life in a lunar way and through the lens of Mother Nature, everything ebbs and flows. Everything moves in a cyclical rhythm, including our bodies, including our lifetimes. And so the more we can lean into that truth and trust without getting caught up in the mind when it wants to spin us out of control, then the softer we can enter this new year and the more confidently we can continue on with our lives from that space of peacefulness rather from the space of continuing to seek out productivity and expansion. The expansion simply comes to us. It is magnetized to us because we've made the space for it. That feels like the message for this week, seekers. I hope that it serves you well. I hope that you have everything that you need. Please do reach out to me. Leave a comment below. Let me know. What are you releasing right now? What do you not want to take into 2022 with you? Let's call it out. Let's claim it. Let's name it and leave it on the table so that we can move forward into spaciousness and freedom. Take good care, and we'll see you next year and next Moonday.